Welcome back to another episode of Positive Solutions for Life. This is Peggy Meyer, and today we're diving into how self-reflection is key to winning your inner game of life. Now, think about this. Every day, you're stepping onto the playing field of life. Whether you're aware of it or not, you're showing up with the mindset, with preparation or not, and you're making moves that either lead you closer to your best life or further away. Just like the best athletes and the most fulfilled people, they just don't show up blindly. They prepare intentionally, they stay present in the moment, and afterward, they review what worked and what didn't work so they can improve. That's the heart of self-reflection. But before we dive right into the game of life, let's talk about what self-reflection is and why it is important. Self-reflection is a deliberate and conscious process of examining your thoughts, behaviors, emotions, and motivations. It's essential for personal growth, self-awareness, and mental well-being. Self-reflection is so important because it gives you clarity, helps you make better decisions, manages your emotions better, and you helps you avoid repeating the same mistakes. Self-reflection encourages you to take personal responsibility and ownership of your thoughts and behaviors, allowing you to become more resilient and adapt to life's challenges. But the best thing about self-reflection, I think, it is that it helps you learn more about yourself, how you can improve your life by identifying both your strengths and your areas for growth. Often I hear people say, well, I don't have time to reflect. Self-reflection doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be another dreaded task on your daily to-do list that gets left undone or moved to the next day and then the next and never getting completed. Self-reflection can be incorporated into your daily life. In fact, you might already be doing it. For example, have you ever stopped for a moment during the day and just noticed your thoughts, how you were feeling, the actions maybe that you just did, the things you just did, how you responded to your spouse, your kids, your coworkers, or someone you didn't even know? Have you ever took a moment to take in the sunrise or the sunset, or pause and express a moment of gratitude? All these times you were reflecting. All these moments of awareness are moments of self-reflection. Self-reflection is the key to winning your game of life. So let's use this analogy of a game to better understand the process of self-reflection. You may know my family is all about sports. Volleyball, basketball, baseball, track and field, whatever. Your family may not be into sports like us, but I can probably guess that you've either been to or seen some sorts of sports game in your lifetime. If not, think about playing a game in general. Maybe it's your favorite board game or a card game. We're talking about how we prepare, participate in, and review our performance. That makes all the difference in whether we grow, meaning we get better, or we stay stuck and we keep losing. So, are you ready to play the game of life? Let's get started. There are three basic parts of the game: pre-game, actually playing the game, and post-game. So, let's start with pre-game, of course. Pre-game is all about preparing with intention. Think of this as your pre-game warm-up. Before athletes hit the field, the gym, or the court, they prepare mentally. The coaches lay out the game plan, the strategy for success, and athletes visualize the success. They check their mindset. They get clear on their role in playing out the game plan. They also prepare physically. They warm up their body, they do some stretches, they run through some drills to get their body primed and ready to go. So before you hit the field, you start your day, maybe the next task, or have a conversation with your spouse or child, or enter a meeting at work, you also need to prepare your mind and body. Just ask yourself a few questions. What is my intention for this next task or conversation? What do I want to achieve? What is the outcome, the results, or the goal that I'm looking for? How do I want to show up? Like, what kind of energy or mindset do I want to exhibit? Do I want to be positive, encouraging, engaging? That kind of energy or mindset? Or are you just going to walk in and doom and gloom? Like, think about this. This is your pregame warm-up. Also think about what challenges might come up that you might need to be prepared for. How will you stay grounded and focused on your intentions when faced with challenges or just unforeseen circumstances? Where do you need to bring courage, patience, or focus? This is your mental warm-up. It's how you stretch your mindset so you can play your best. But you also physically need to warm up. Your body needs to get ready for the game ahead. So maybe you need to move around a little bit. Maybe you need to get the blood flowing. Maybe you need to stretch out a little bit. Or maybe you need to take a few deep breaths to get centered and focused. You have to prepare your body for the next conversation or task. When you skip the pregame warm-up, you walk into life's game scattered, unfocused, unprepared, and behind. You're not on your A game. So the second part is obviously playing the game. So this is where you need to stay present and adjust. So once the whistle blows, whether it's your workday starting, a tough conversation, or a challenge you didn't expect, the question becomes, are you staying in the game mentally? Self-reflection in this part of the game is about being aware of your thoughts, your feelings, the energy that you have, and if you're sticking to your game plan. It's also about being aware of what's going on around you, what's happening around you, those that are with you, the interactions. This is where mindfulness and emotional intelligence come into play in real life. It's not just about reacting, but noticing how you're responding in the moment. Just like in sports, you can pause for a moment, take a 30-second or a minute timeout during the game. Utilize this strategy for yourself to take a break and ask yourself a few reflective questions. How's my energy right now? Am I bringing my best or do I need a reset? Am I aligned with my game plan or priorities? Am I sticking to my strategy or am I getting pulled off track? Do I need to pivot based on how the game is going? Do I need to do something else? And am I making decisions from intention, purposeful decisions, or from emotions? Am I just reacting to what's going on? Just like athletes adapt mid-game, we need to reflect and course correct throughout our day. Self-reflection in the moment keeps you from spiraling out of control and helps you stay intentional and focused on the task at hand. So now the game is over. It's time to reflect post-game. Post-game reflection is all about learning and improving. So after the game, after the conversation, whatever, after the game, great teams review the film. They just don't celebrate the win or stew over the loss. They ask, what can we learn about from this? How can we improve? This is often where the biggest growth happens, not during the game, but after the game, after the conversation, the interaction, or the meeting. In life, this is your time to pause and reflect. What went well? What didn't? Where did I hold back? And why? What will I do differently next time? Where did I show up with courage, clarity, and compassion? What challenged me? And what can I learn from it? Without post game reflection, you repeat the same mistakes over and over again. Life becomes a series of repeated patterns or habits that we often are not consciously aware of. And frankly, these patterns probably aren't helping us. But with reflection, you start to recognize what's working, what's not, when you're ready to go, grow, and where you're ready to grow. That's how you win your inner game. Reflection gives clarity, builds resilience, and helps you play the long game in life's more skillfully. It's not about perfection. It's about learning, adjusting, and growing from every game you play. Whether you're preparing for tomorrow, staying present for today, or reviewing yesterday, self-reflection helps you play with more purpose, more patience, more presence, and more joy. So this week, think of yourself as an athlete preparing for your own life's championship game. Start your day with intention. Stay mindful during the day. Make adjustments along the way, then reflect, review, and refine what you learned afterwards. That's how champions and fulfilled people are made. And that's how you create your positive solution for life from the inside out.